All right, realtors. Bam, here we go. All right, guys, out of realtors. Can you guys tell me, I know this, but obviously we're going to do a little play action here. Can you guys tell me what realtors struggle with? What are the main concerns of a realtor? Getting leads, acquiring leads, qualifying leads. Alan says realtors are hard to sell. Not really. We got a lot of realtors as clients. Chris said, stopping all the marketing agency calls from clogging their phone or email. You're right, but we're going to show you how to get past that. Mr. Chris McCoy, we're going to show you how to do it. Low quality leads, low quality leads, low quality leads. Lead cost, lead cost. Takes 90 days for results. Okay, cool. What service would you guys offer to a realtor? What service would you offer to a realtor? Mike says SEO. And this is Facebook ads, Facebook ads. Ads, Facebook ads, SEO. Facebook ads and SEO is what I'm seeing. Facebook ads and SEO. Good. So we know that a realtor, let's go back to this for 1 second. Notepad, new sheet, bam, bam. So we know that a realtor, all right, so oh, where'd you go on me? Come on. All right, we know that issues with realtor is they can't get leads, right? They need to get leads. Okay? Some of you guys said get leads. Some of you guys said low quality leads. Quality leads. Okay? What else do we got? What else do we got? We had low quality leads. Getting listings. Cost per leads. Leads are too expensive. I like that. Yeah, let's say 2. These are too damn expensive. Why are they so expensive, these leads, right? Follow up. I think this is pretty much a good list to start with. For one, if I'm a realtor and I'm Bobby the realtor and I'm servicing my community selling homes, it's going to be really hard for me to get leads, because the only way for me to get leads is if maybe my sister is selling her house, right? Or maybe if I'm running ads on Zillow or Realtor.com, right? It's just going to be really difficult. Do you agree? Right? Do you agree that, and I think realtors are so saturated in the market that everybody decides to just get their real estate license to have a real estate license, and everybody calls themselves a realtor, but not everybody's using their real estate license. And most of the time it's because people who think that they're going to do this whole real estate thing, they're like, man, I'm going to go out and get a house a month, and I'm going to buy me a mansion with all my commissions. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, because there's tons of realtors that go and get their license and can't get any listings. It happens, right? But what if you were the Superman to go in there and be like, hey, I'm gonna get you some leads. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get you some leads. And I'm gonna get you some high quality leads, not low quality leads. And I'm gonna make sure your leads are not expensive. I'm gonna make sure they're cheap as possible, right? Who wants to know how to write a script for this? Drop a 77 in the chat. Let's do it. 77. I think it's a pretty good idea, right? I think it's a pretty good idea if we did something like that. For some reason today I'm in my Texan feel. I feel like a Texan. Sometimes with me, guys, when I do cold calls, I like to connect to the person that I'm calling with. And I feel like my body or my mind, I don't do it on purpose. But sometimes I talk like the people that I'm on the phone with so I can connect with them better. It's weird. And it's like, you know, sometimes you'll get on a phone call with somebody like, hey, yeah, how you doing, brother? And you're like, oh, wow, this guy called me brother. This is a different level of conversation. It's not sir, it's brother, right? So your whole conversation changes. And you're like, hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? You catch a Dolphins game? You see how that was? Right? So the whole conversation changes, and we're going to get to that in cold calling. And you're going to see me do that live here. And hopefully I don't bust on you guys, okay? Hopefully I can get some leads and some sales. But before we even get there, we got to write some scripts. So the pain points for realtors is they can't get leads. The lead quality is too high, and they're too expensive, okay? So we're going to have some solutions. Okay? The solution is I'm going to get you leads. Get more leads, which is the first one. Now, these leads can be seller leads, buyers, or rentals. Now, if I was a realtor and I was doing advertising most of the time, I probably don't want to do rentals unless I'm renting some crazy mansion. Because rentals, as a realtor, and you need to understand the industry that you're calling before you jump on the phone with them. Because if you're going to jump on the phone, you're going to go spend a whole time writing a script, and you start jumping on the phone with these guys and you have a conversation with them. If you can't answer their questions and relate to their specific service or industry that they're offering, why would they use you, right? Why would they use you? Does anybody agree with that? Can you drop a 5 in the chat if that's something that you agree with me on? Right? Like, why would I buy from you if you don't understand anything that I do? What makes you so superior, right? So I know just from dealing with tons of realtors in the last 10 years, that rentals, a lot of people don't want to do. They don't want to spend money on rentals because it's not a high-ticket item for them, okay? Buyers, a lot of the times they cannot do because they don't have anybody that wants to actually sell their house. They don't have any sellers, right? So would you guys agree with me that all realtors want to get, like, their main thing is people to sell their homes? So me as a realtor, I can go take their home, I can list it on this magical thing called the MLS, and then sell their property? Does everybody agree with me? Can you type in a yes if you think that sellers' leads are better than buyers and rentals? Because I think it is. It is, right? Good. We're all on the same page. Next thing is the lead quality, or the quality of the leads is too low. Okay? The quality of the leads is too low. It's an issue. It's an issue. Some of they say the lead quality is too low. Why? Right? Somebody, in my opinion, if I'm a realtor, well, I don't want to list a property that's $50,000 because what's a commission on a realtor? Does anybody know? 3%. 3%. Which means if I sell a house that's $100,000, I get $3,000. That's my commission. $3,000. It's actually 6%, but the realtor, like if that realtor is the one buying and you're the one selling, right? You split it and you get 3% and 3%. That's how real estate works, okay? Which means if I go out and I get a $100,000 home for sale, commission $6,000, I split it 50. It's 3% each. It's $3,000 each. $6,000 total in commissions. That's what I would call a low quality lead. Because me as a realtor, I'm going to have to do all of these lead generation tactics and advertising and everything to be able to get this lead. But shit, I really don't want the $100,000 homes. I want the houses that are more like $300,000 to $500,000, or $1 million, obviously. But don't shoot yourself in the foot. Start off small, right? Because if I sell a house that's, let's say, $300,000, what's $300,000 times 3%? Can anybody do that math? 9K, 9K, 9 grand. On selling a $300,000 home. That's 3%. I put 9 grand in my pocket. That's more like it, right? That's more like it. So what if I can go up to a realtor and say, hey, what if I can get you one, and we talked about this in the last episode of Marketer's Mindset on how to like set expectations properly and not shoot yourself in the foot, okay? What if I can get you one lead a month? One that actually closes with you and lists her house with you. Is that something that you would be interested in? And I'm going to focus on getting you high quality leads. And we want to get listings that are above 300,000. Okay? So I want to get listings that are above 300K. Okay? I want to get that. Does everybody agree with me here? Everybody drop in a yes if you're on the same page with me. And I want to just get you one listing every month. I want to just get you one listing a month. I want to get you at least one $300,000 listing every single month. That's all I want to do. If I can get you more than that, I'm going to do my best. I'll try. But my goal is to get you one. One listing. Okay? Now, let's go back to the question is, if I gave you $1,000, if you give me $1,000 and I give you $9,000 back, would you do it? Drop $555. Would you do it? Who would take 9 grand for 1 grand? Who would do that? You go to the casino, you drop $1,000 on blackjack or some crazy game that gives you 9-to-1 odds. Who would do it? Right? Good. Let's go to the next one. Too expensive. That's when you need to speak to the actual realtor and explain to him what a real expense is for a lead. Because you're going to get realtors that are going to speak to you on the phone and be like, man, $2 a lead, that's crazy. That's too expensive for me. I don't want to do that. You should walk away. As an agency, you should walk away. Okay? Realtors need to understand the cost of a lead. Okay? So something in their mind that might be too expensive actually might not be too expensive. Might be really cheap. Right? So if I can get you a lead at $100, I'm just throwing a number here. If I can get you a lead at $100, would you think it's expensive? Like a good quality lead? Would you think it's expensive? Okay? So pain points, they can't get leads. The leads are really low quality and they're too expensive. The solution is I want to call a realtor and I want to say, hey, I want to get you more seller leads, but I want to make sure I can get you at least one listing every single month, and I want to make sure the property is over 300 grand, and I want to make sure that my lead cost doesn't go over $100 or $300 or whatever it is, okay? That's my goal for today. That's what I want to do. Bill says that happily pay $5,000 per conversion. Yeah, because you make 4 grand on it. Makes sense. Right? Even if you give your broker's fee or whatever it is, okay? You're still making money. And the point is, and the problem that most realtors have, in my opinion, is realtors essentially are, you know, a lot of people use realtors. A lot of people will work with realtors based on like family relationships or friends because realtors are so saturated in the market that everybody knows a realtor and they'll just use them, right? So it's very hard as a realtor to go out and get these leads online. There's a lot of people that are struggling, okay? My commission was $50K. Good. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.